So Jillian,
This is very
where
true.
did you grow up?
I grew up in, oh goodness. Okay. It was mostly, so for my actual childhood, like baby to 4 or 5, I was in New Braunfels.
Okay,
And then 5, 6 to how old I am now, I've been in Dripping Springs.
okay. So
Yes, which is West Austin.
two very very prominent musician towns. I would feel right. They both have. I mean, Dripping Springs has the Songwriter Festival, and of course, New Braunfels is New Braunfels when it comes to music. So,
Sure.
so what's it like growing up for you?
Uh, yeah, that's such a loaded question. I'm sorry. I'm like thinking of all the different things like actually growing up. It's a it's a lot of fun to be me and growing up. I mean, I play at bars all the time, which is not a normal kid experience, but
No,
it
of course not.
definitely
Yeah.
shaped me as a person. Like one of the things it's done for me is I am afraid of kids my age, but I can hold a conversation with a drunk person like nobody's business. I've It's kind of like talking to toddlers. It's fun.
Yeah, it is truly. You're not wrong. It is like talking to toddlers. Golly, now that I think
I just
about it.
pitch my voice a little bit higher, lean in. What
Yeah,
was that,
yeah, yeah,
honey?
yeah. I get you. Just a little, you know, being soft with everybody, right? You just have to be super soft. Um, man, so you said you're afraid of kids your age. What does that mean?
Anymore, but when I was 10, 13-ish, I was really scared of talking to kids my age. But then I joined the Central Texas shooting team, and I had to socialize with a bunch of teenage boys and a bunch of teenage girls. And that was a very humbling experience, but now I've got the hang of it, and it's much easier.
So, I mean, essentially, what you're saying is you're probably an old soul, right? Just no time for all of that other stuff.
Well, a little bit. I used to be a super old soul, and I still am, but when I'm with my friends, I'm kind of a jackwagon.
Yeah. And are you an only child, or how many siblings do you have?
I have two siblings, an older and a younger.
Okay, and so, what's the difference for you, like socially speaking, between having siblings and then kind of trying to be socially accepted outside of your family too? There's a difference, right?
Sir, I would say I don't care about being socially accepted. I mean, I
Good,
will.
good.
I just, I don't, my give a damn's busted.
Yeah.
So I just say what I think, and sometimes I feel guilty about it.
So your give a damn got busted at a really young age. Then that's amazing.
Yes, sir. Well, I mean, my dad taught it
The
to me.
firehouse, yeah. The back to the firehouse, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I gotcha. So, kind of, what are the roles of your family in helping you with the music? Like, do you remember what your first musical memories were as a kid?
My family has always been into music. Like, back to the firehouse, my dad would go to work for 48 hours, and my mom, my sisters, and I would just turn the music all the way up, and we would scream any song that we were interested in at that time. And one day it got turned down a little lower, and they realized I was kind of hitting the notes. So I've always been into music. My mom says that I would hum myself to sleep as a baby. As a toddler, I was, like all toddlers do, but writing my own little songs. And then at 10, when they found out that I could actually sing, my one of my first music memories is my dad sitting me down and saying, "Hey, I'd be willing to learn guitar for you if you wanted something like that when you're on stage." And so that's kind of how it progressed.
Well, that's badass, man. Your dad, yeah, that's awesome. Good stuff right there, man. So, did you guys kind of learn guitar together then?
No, I could not for the life of me figure out my hand because I was small.
Yeah.
My fingers couldn't reach any of the strings. So my dad would try to teach me, but I was always like, I don't really want to. And then my siblings would be interested and he would try to teach them, but then they would complain about their fingers hurting. So when I got a little bit older, after he'd been playing guitar for me for I think 2 years was how long it took me to actually get into it. Um, I was like, okay, I'm gonna learn whether my fingers can reach the strings or not. And he taught me. So he'd already learned. Um,
Well, that had to
then
be beneficial then, huh? As a young player, having somebody in the house that you can ask questions to.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. He
So,
definitely taught me.
go ahead.
He definitely taught me the old redneck way. He sent me 3 chords, told me to not to complain, and sent me to my room.
Yep, there you go. That's the way to do it, man. Uh,